Peter Banning, le Mr. Hyde de Peter Pan, le vilain monsieur adulte, redeviendra grâce à Clochette le Peter Pan de notre enfance.
Stay tuned for the making of Hook!
Et puis encore grâce à la bande à Spielberg, considéré comme le Wonder Boy par le gratin d'Hollywood. Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, les producteurs, Dustin Hoffman, Julia Roberts, John Williams pour la musique. Et pour quelques dollars de plus, cette entreprise démesurée projette de devenir un film culte. Enfin, peut-être. Et s'engage pour 7 mois de production survoltée, un record. Des effets spéciaux dans tous les coins, prononcés Special Effects, et surtout une consigne absolue, rien. Rigoureusement rien ne doit filtrer de ce tournage. Tournage mieux protégé que Fort Knox ou le siège de la CIA, radar sur les toits de la Columbia, triple filtrage à l'entrée des studios, l'hypertechnologie s'exprime au service d'un secret. Seuls les indispensables pénètrent dans le sanctuaire des magiciens. Malgré toutes ces difficultés, vous assisterez au tournage d'un vrai fêlé de cinéma.
Welcome to Pirate Town!
It's really one of the, I guess, most personal, stories that I think I've been able to tell, all to the credit of, J.M. Barrie.
And action.
Good morning, Neverland! Good morning, Mr. Lee! Tie down the mainmast, mateys, because here he is. The cunning kingfish, the bag barracuda, the sleaziest sleaze of the 7 seas, and the ship-shaped dresser too. King James Hope!
Parasitic sacks of entrails.
They're having a good time. They're having a good time. That's right. They have no responsibility except show up, get paid, and be pirates.
Gary, what?
But no, I mean, I'm having a great time. This is, who wouldn't have a great time on sets like these with a pirate ship, and costumes like this, and people like Robin and Dustin, and Bob and Julia and Maggie Smith. I mean, it's just been a great cast, and it's been great fun. But it's been the hardest movie I've made in 12 years. I haven't made a movie this hard since the 70s. For one thing, I haven't made a movie since the 70s. It's gone over 80 days. So all my films in the 80s have been under 80 days, and suddenly here comes Hook, and we'll be about 120 days by the time we wrap. So it's a long haul.
The most important thing was to tell the story. Everything about the movie, I mean, all the effects are amazing and the sets are incredible, but if the story doesn't work, it doesn't matter. If you don't connect with the characters and follow them through this incredible journey, you've made a very expensive travelogue. And it was important that we always made sure the characters and the story worked. And all this, we would try different things. We'd try outrageous takes, and then it turned out that the simplest things were usually the best, which was kind of, oh.
Look at him. And sword.
Bang-a-ring!
Rocker! Excited. Action! Cut! Oh, man. Cut! And cut. Good. Cut.
Gary, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm beginning to believe. I always thought my subconscious would go for the more demure type. Why? Who is that? Mighty Mouse?
Cut!
So much fun. I mean, they have those things, the rigs that flew me across the whole stage. It's incredible. It's, it was scary the first time they took me up, because they take you up and you kind of go up, And you're going, oh, this is fun. Okay, great, that's real good. Then the only thing I'd sometimes be afraid of is if I was upside down. Then you have to realize, wait, I'm not going to fall out of this. Then once you free that up.
Mark. Burning Robin.
Action, Robin. I found my happy thought. I did. Whoa! Oh, I'm flying! I'm falling!
Cut. Okay, let's just do one.
Action. Do you know what my happy thought was?
Yes, sir? Before we do anything else, we're going to take a little strain on you, and we're going to pull on this to make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
Take a little, Randy, please. Guys, pull it back.
Not bad.
Seem all right?
If I didn't have testicles, this would be a lot more fun.
All right, Robin?
Have a heart, Robin. What? Did I not do Popeye? Give me a break. 2 Academy nominations, but no trophy. He's got a couple of them. Can I look at one? How come the Oscars don't have dental?
Mr. Hoff?
You know, while we're hanging around,
Robin Williams is now going up, ladies and gentlemen.
my people,
I loved it. The reason I did it all was, it wasn't trying to out-macho the stuntman. That's just because I loved it.
Peter Pan, has it been 3 days?
You know, because it's totally safe, you're totally free to do it. And you can swoop and dive and do these barrel rolls. And when they did some of the shots where, you know, those are wild. Oh, they're dropping the camera straight down at you. That's a little frightening because it's like a, 800-pound camera rig. And you're like going, okay. Robin, you want to see how it works one time? Yeah, kind of. And this thing is...
Yeah, I'm Robin's stunt double, which basically has me just doing the real physical stuff because Robin loves to do the flying and he's very good at it. He loves to do the sword fighting and he'll do most all of the sword fighting. He spent a lot of time before the film working on it. And then he also spends as much time as he possibly can during the film when he has to work on it. So if it's, unless it's really, really something difficult or hairy, then he does it all.
The swords are real, so you have to be very safe. I mean, I had cuts, bangs all over my legs and my arms, and you'd miss, or somebody would, and the guys would go, God, I'm sorry. It's like, hey, you can't help it when you're fighting 8 guys in sequence, and you're kind of going from one to one, and then you whirl and meet the next one, and then you flip one over your head. It's like really finely choreographed. And in the end, it looks like total mayhem, but it's so choreographed so you don't stick someone. Oh, Bob, tremendous after what I did to Keith.
Boy, why don't we have good swords and good hooks?
Okay, now.
We want to be like Peter Pan. We don't want to grow up. Want to stay kids as long as we can. That's our plan. Pretty we plan. Then when it's time to be
Wait, got it. Wait. Whoa, cut. Wait.
Stay kids like we began. Just like
That's it, we got it.
Peter
Now play back.
Pan.
Robin, play, we got it.
Peter
Print that
Pan
one. Make that
showed
one
up
print.
for work each day.
Well, it's always been a cross. And Neverland is a place of the imagination, so it's not a physical three-dimensional place. It's not on Mars. It's not a moon around Jupiter. It is not, through some sort of a time warp. Neverland is not a three-dimensional physical place that you can find on a map. Neverland is a figment of a great novelist's imagination. And so Neverland is second star to the right and straight until morning. That was the poetry of Barrie. He was able to tell you where Neverland was and at the same time give you no clue as to where Neverland was or is.
A lot. A lot. His imagination. And his imagination doesn't stop. In other words, he's like a guy who gives you a kaleidoscope. Says, you know, when you're a kid, you have those kaleidoscopes and you turn it around until you get a really neat one. And then you hold it steady and you just take it to your friend and you say, here, check this out. So he's always doing it. And he'd give you this one. And once you said, yeah, that's great. And then he says, see that? Now he tilts it. And then you say, see that? And that's what it's like working with him.
Wow. Wow, I want that copy. I want just pull it out and develop it and give me that. That's great.
But that's true. That's true. Do you like that? That's good, Stephen. Yeah, now
like
check this one out.
Okay. So then when he gets away from you, he's not good on you, like where Charlie is now.
Gentlemen, thank you, you stupid, sorry, parasitic sacks of entrails. Revenge is mine. Don't leave the hook! And I baited that hook. And now I am proud to announce we have his children. Finally, I am going to kill Peter Pan, that cocky boy who cut off my hand and fed it to the crocodile. And who killed that cunning crocodile? Who stuffed him? Who made him into a quiet clock? And who went to the other world and stole Pan's children? And who didn't believe I could do it? Who doubted me? Who amongst us does not belong? Someone here does not belong. Stranger amongst loyal, I will weed you out. You.
Cut. Good. Okay, great. Good take. Print. Great take. Good.
I never said to myself, is he the ultimate villain? I never thought of him as a villain. I prefer never to think of people that I have to play in terms where I have to judge them.
I want you.
You got me.
Change my mind, nan, nan, boo, boo. Change my mind, nan, nan, boo, boo. I'm going home, back to Eton.
So sad when a great mind goes. Please help the United Caucasian College Fund. Yes, the same man who won several Oscars running away in a wig and false teeth. I thought, and heels too. Where is he going? Maybe to a bar. We don't know. He's on his way. But if you send money now, that's right, 1-800-HOOK. 1-800-HOOK. Please help Dustin, our special wonderful person. He'll be back if you send the cash. Thanks.
And I hate living in this flawed body. And I hate Peter Pan.
You know, so Dustin really doesn't do a lot of planning. I thought Dustin did a lot of homework, a lot of planning. Dustin likes to sort of improvise his way into the character, although we don't shoot the improvisations. But he tries the character on for size, and it takes 4 or 5 or 6 days of shooting the character before I think Dustin has a fix on who he's playing.
You want everything's on when it looks like you say you want a cocked head like...
Let's make a list of these. You can read the list off. Here's the list. Your left arm is dead and hangs lifeless to the side. Boom. Glare with your good eye. Boom. Your left foot is crippled and turned inward. Boom.
Walk forward.
No, cock your head. He's already walking. Cock your head. Boom. And this he's already walking forward. Now growl.
No drool?
No. Then he says, now drool. Crack your mouth and drool. Crack your mouth and drool. It just comes out.
Okay.
Okay. Now growl. No, growl. Growl.
R.
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 Do you want to die? Growl! Ah! Good. And that's just when the guy has to hit him right there. Ah! And the guy goes, ah!
You know, and Robin, on the other hand, really is just goes with it. I mean, he just goes with it. He's extremely collaborative as an actor with the director, as Dustin is. I mean, Dustin's amazingly collaborative. And Robin pretty much puts all of his faith into the director in as a guide.
Brimstone and gall, say that again, and I'll cast anchor in you. I'm Captain James Hook of the Jolly Roger. Smee!
Oh, the cleverness of me. Think what great adventures we had, didn't we?
I think Robin Williams is a lot closer to Peter Pan than I ever was or am currently. And so I don't think with great effort the part of Hook where Robin plays Peter Pan was any kind of a problem for him. I think the problem for Robin, and it was a very creative challenge which he mastered brilliantly, was the character he plays, Peter Banning, who is the antithesis of Peter Pan, henceforth the antithesis of Robin Williams.
Tink. Is that you? Are you sick? Hey.
Good, cut. Originally, I mean 7 years ago when I first decided to do a Peter Pan story, and 7 years ago it was going to be, you know, sort of a live-action version of the Disney animated version, a little more respectful of the J.M. Barrie play than the Disney version was, but no less, you know, spectacular and fanciful. What really got me wanting to do that was this whole idea that this is a story about a boy who never wanted to grow up. And there are so many of us who don't want to grow up, and inexorably we do. And there's so many of us who have grown up and who have forgotten that we were ever children. And thematically, I have touched on the subject a lot of times in my movies. I mean, I'm starting to see an embrace as a virtue, not as a sort of a stale repeat, that I do like this theme in a lot of the movies I make, trying to find, you know, the child inside the grown-up. And I've just always been very attracted to that theme. E.T. is a celebration of that theme. E.T. in a way is my first Peter Pan.
Close it. Simple. Never close it.
Never close it.
Never close it. Just never close it. Yeah. And take a moment there. Never close it. And take...
What did I tell you about this window? Never, ever close it.
But Peter Banning is a state of mind. You have to understand, Peter Banning is not just a man that works too hard. Peter Banning is a man who's forgotten how to live. He's forgotten how to have fun, to enjoy his life. He's a man who has no imagination. And the twist on this story is he once had imagination personified. He once was the imagination, being the Pan, when he was 12 years old, 12, 13 years old. When he came and he grew up, he lost his imagination, and he became sort of face in the crowd.
You're an attorney, but I hope to God he's better than me.
Who are you?
I'm Peter Pan Banning, attorney at law. Those are my...
Okay. I don't think you...
All right, now, where am I?
And, you know, all Stephen really said to do his best to prepare me was that it's going to be very lonely, being this small, and extremely difficult.
Here I am in a cute configuration really
But this is Neverland. You're not dreaming. I say it.
I can't.
I can't.
Who am I? Say it.
I can't say it.
Why?
If I say it, then you exist.
Well, all the oversized sets were great. I mean, having to make things to a scale to make me look that small was, but it was great because then, you know, I'd be on a table, a huge table with vegetables so big that I looked really tiny. And I told Stephen he would have saved a lot of money if he'd hired a shorter actress.
You know, the smile at the end is good. It's fun.
Come on, Rufio, give him a chance. Come on, Ruby. Yeah, come on, give him a chance.
But it's interesting. I mean, I think Robin, you know, Robin's task was just as difficult in that he had to always be looking at this fairy, but in an even more difficult situation, me flying around, and he has to watch me and make sure that, you know, he's really watching me. In fact, there's nothing there. So to watch this person flying around your face like this.
Badly raised child, slug-eating worm.
Come on, Peter, you can do better than that. You want a grape?
Because she glows, they'd have to have a light source that would change and move all around. And that would, and you'd be looking one time. Also, if she's flying fast, I would have to
talk like this, make really slow movements, and the light would move around my head at normal speed.
And then when they speed up, she's going around like this, and I have to look, and I'd have to loop my lines. And
That's right, like that. Down. Up, up, up.
Okay, guys, we missed it.
Cut.
Maggie, Peter Pan's daughter.
How do you end up in Neverland?
Hook captures us so he can get Pan.
So he captures you and...
He captures me and Jack, and then, because what happens is, he thinks that if he captures the kids, that he can get Pan to come and rescue them, and then he'll get Pan to kill. Every night, because she loves us very much.
Oh, she loves you very much. Isn't that the... Yes. Love you? No, child. Your mother reads to you every night in order to stupefy you into sleep, so that she and Daddy can sit down for 3 measly minutes without you and your mindless, inexhaustible, unstoppable, repetitive, and nagging demands. He hit my bear, she took my toy, give me a cookie, I want a potty, I want to stay up, I want, me, mine, now.
And I was just interested because I didn't think it was likely that I would be right for Wendy. But then when I discovered that Wendy was 92, I managed to get my head around a completely different idea.
Climb up into all different spots up on the wharf, and this is where they prepare to board the pirate ship for the battle. And when Robin yells bang ring, all the Lost Boys, we've arranged lines. We have altogether, I believe, 32 lines strung. Some are on pneumatic devices, which literally ratchet the guys off the wharf and bring them onto the ship, and the others are various types of swinging and descending lines. So the boys will swing in, and they land all over from the bow all the way to midships and attack the pirates.
Come on, Ray, wake up in there, please.
Background. Tony, count it off.
That's good, okay. Yeah.
We work for many hours. All on the camera. You give film now. For safety of us all. You give a film. Give a film now. Focus on this.
Camera,